WWE Backlash France results. This show was phenomenal from a crowd standpoint. We're going to get to Cody Rhodes and AJ Styles. We're also going to get to a title change. And oh, by the way, yeah, there was a major surprise appearance on this show. Much more. Let's get into it. So, over in France, it was a jam-packed arena. When WWE first booked this show in an arena, people questioned the decision-making. Why would you go overseas to a hot market and not book a stadium? Well, arenas give off something that stadiums cannot produce, and that is a live crowd that was jam-packed, that was off the freaking charts. They were literally cheering nonstop throughout the show. They started cheering during the pre-show, okay? They did the exact same thing on SmackDown the night before, and it was phenomenal from that standpoint. So let's break everything down. We had a very good opener. It was Tama Tonga and Solo Sikoa taking on Kevin Owens and Randy Orton in a tag team match. The beauty about this match was Randy Orton was over like Rover. They chanted and sang along with his theme song as he made his entrance. The entire freaking theme song. That in itself is phenomenal, right? They kicked things off they were brawling. You had security. You had agents come out there, tried to separate them, right? And then Nick Aldis came out and said, you know what? You don't want to follow the rules? Fine. We don't have to follow the rules. Street fight. And so they broke out into a street fight. They brought into the crowd. You had Orton do some suplexes to Tama Tonga on the announce table. They used trash cans, trash can lids. Owens was using the trash can lid like it was a freaking Frisbee, right? We had a few table spots in there. They did a spot where Owen set up 4 chairs, set them up, and then hit a brainbuster off the top rope to Tonga for a near fall. And then he showed up. Tonga Loa, the brother of Tama, he pulled out the referee, right, as they were counting the pinfall, got a little physical. Solo went over with the Samoan spike. And after the match, you have Paul Heyman, who is just in awe. He doesn't know what to do in this scenario. He's in shock that this man showed up. The Gorillas of Destiny over in New Japan, a tag team that Big E name dropped on the pre-show. And there's this funny video going around Twitter and social media of like CM Punk just, his brain could not wrap his mind around, did you just say New Japan on WWE programming? Like, what are we doing? And then Punk's like, I feel like we're still back 10 years ago. What can I say here? That was really cool. So he has arrived. We have Bayley defending her women's championship against Naomi and Tiffany Stratton in a triple threat match. This match was okay. I don't know what was missing from it. I think it was just a triple threat element, because I think if you had Bayley versus Tiffany or Bayley versus Naomi with the title, if we kept it as a singles match standpoint, I think it would have been a little bit better. That may be just a pet peeve of mine, because I really don't like triple threats that much. If anything, you do a fatal 4-way, because you always have one person that is never in the ring. And I felt like Bayley was that person in this match, but they did what they could in this match. And it came down to this. So Tiffany missed her moonsault finisher with the babyfaces hitting a double team net breaker. Then that essentially eliminated Tiffany from the match. We had Bayley and Naomi. They traded pin attempts until ultimately Bayley scored the quick pinfall victory. Naomi, Bayley, they hugged afterwards, and that was the finish to that. Jey Uso, if they did not put the championship on Damian Priest at WrestleMania, when he cashed in his Money in the Bank briefcase, when he cost Drew McIntyre his big moment, I would absolutely think that Jey Uso should be champion heading into this match, and especially coming out of this match. Jey Uso made his entrance through the crowd, and they were doing, the little yeet hand gesture that Jey does, right? These fans went absolute bat crap crazy. It was The sight of seeing this, Corey Graves joked on commentary that he thought he was going to get vertigo because of all these people. So it was Damian Priest, Jey Uso. And the story of the match was Damian Priest had told Judgment Day, do not interfere. Do not come out to the ring. I do not want your help. Well, what happens? JD Madonna comes out there, gave Jey a cheap shot. Then there was a near fall where it looked like Jey was going to win the title. And JD put Priest's foot up on the rope to break up the pin. And then you had Finn Balor run out, right? And so this constant interference, this constant unwanted help, if you will. So the finish saw Priest put him on the top rope, hit a chokeslam finisher for the win. After the match, Balor and JD jumped Jey, beat him down, and Priest stopped them. It's a continuation of the teased babyface turn that Damian Priest is coming along with, and it's something that I look forward to seeing. Co-main event. Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill challenged Asuka and Kairi Sane for the Women's Tag Team Championships. It was a fun match. I thought it went a little too long. This is, for all the Jade Cargill haters out there, you got to see a lot of Jade Cargill in this match. She showed a lot of good moments. I thought her selling could have been a little bit better, but she's learning still. And it came down to this. Jade hit her finisher to Kairi Sane while Bianca Belair hit the KOD to Asuka. And at the same time, Asuka landed on Sane, for the win. So you had Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill go over to win the championships. That was the only title defense on this card because Cody Rhodes, he successfully defended the WWE Championship against AJ Styles in the main event. So it was a typical WWE main event where it was a slow build, right? The camera was freaking shaking during the ring introductions for this match. That is how much these fans were into it. This was a show that it raised the bar for what crowd reactions should be for a WWE PLE, right? It was that awesome. It was a good match. I was expecting a little bit more because obviously WWE booked this match because look, no one expected AJ to win the match, and so they didn't do a lot of near falls that made you think that AJ was going to win it because no one expected AJ to win it. But I don't know. I felt like something was missing in this match. Maybe I'm just nitpicking, but it was still a very, very good match. And we'll see where Cody Rhodes goes from here. Coming out of Backlash, we see where AJ goes. Hopefully, AJ can start picking up some big wins. Maybe get him in a feud with I don't know who you could get him in a feud with where you could beat him. I was going to say Bobby Lashley, but they teased a Carmelo Hayes Bobby Lashley program, I believe, on SmackDown, so you can't do that. But anyway, Backlash, WWE PLEs always hit big. This was a strong show from an in-ring work standpoint. It was really a nothing show going into it, but WWE always delivers, so it's like you chalk it up to that.